All right, here we are. Thanks for joining us today, guys. This is Cornell, the Walking Alone podcast. As always, got my buddy Diego with me.
I am here, yes.
And this episode is brought to you by us. We've got some guests here today. Got Jeffrey Freer,
Hello, how you doing?
Matthew Silver.
Yo, yo, yo.
So, yeah, we're just kind of hanging out here in Brooklyn. So, why don't you guys tell us a little about Jeff? You go first. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name's Jeff. How you doing out there in the internet world? I'm from Michigan originally. I moved to New York, and yeah, I like long walks on the beach. And no, I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm here just hanging out, having fun, and I like to make videos and things like that. And yeah, I don't know what else to tell you right now.
You're a stand-up comic too, right?
I've done some stand-up stuff. I've done like some improv stuff. I've done a whole array of comedic things for a long time. Done a lot of improv and things like that. And also stand-up, yes.
Yeah. Cool. Matthew, let's hear it. What's the background?
Well, you know that's exciting. You know, stand up, improv, and you know, me and Jeffrey, we got really excited today, so we came out here in our boxers.
We are in our boxers right now.
Exactly, we're in our boxers. We that's something you do when you get excited. And I'm also excited about the Love Portal. I'm excited because, you know, love is this amazing thing, and at the core of it, that's why we're here today, because of love, because, you know, you're creating magic right now. It's a podcast heard by podcast. And you know, we're spreading a good message of love.
You have a great tan.
Thank you. You know,
You spend a lot of time outside with
in
your shirt off.
What?
You spend a lot of time outside with your shirt off.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So how'd you guys hook up? Like, how'd you guys meet and start performing together and stuff?
We met.
Goodbye Blue Monday, right?
Goodbye Blue Mondays.
Yeah. Yeah, Goodbye Blue Monday.
Is that a place or an event?
It's a place. It's a bar in Bushwick. It's a great place.
Yeah, no. It's 1087 Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
10 p.m. tonight. There's gonna be a performance. I'm gonna perform the Love Portal.
So, if you don't live in New York and you don't...
No. I live in New York.
No, you do. This is more to the people that are listening. If you don't live in New York and you kind of are unaware that there are street performers just kind of everywhere scattered around, and sometimes you can't tell if they're street performers or people just out and about by themselves. What is it exactly that you do when you perform?
What did I do?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to make people laugh with all my heart.
Mm-hmm. Usually, what does that entail?
It entails putting out my soul there, being vulnerable, making silly faces, making fart noises, making chicken noises, telling people about how love is, you know, how my comedy is inspired to tell people about love awareness and how it's always been important in everybody's life, giving and receiving love.
To be a wackadoodle.
To be a wackadoodle.
Yeah. Wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle-doo.
Why is it so, like, what was it growing up that kind of was the catalyst for you deciding that that's what you want from your life, or you want to spread that to other people?
I always had a need to make people laugh. In high school, I was one of those goofballs. During gym class, I would perform in front of the bleachers, and people would throw money at me. I took off my shirt you know, because it was funny at the time. You know,
It still
I get
is.
what?
It still is funny.
It still is
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it's
It's a classic.
It's a classic. It's a classic. You know, funny technique like farting. You know.
Yeah.
You know, my material. You know. Take it. You know, use the farting or the chicken noise, or if you want to take it.
Or create your own thing.
Or
you
create
know?
your
Yeah,
own
create
thing.
your own thing. Why
Right.
not?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, do something. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just goofy and silliness.
That's goofy and silliness.
Good.
What were some of your both of you guys? What were some of like your influences, comedy and performing?
Influences comedically, I'd say one of the top up there for me is Andy Kaufman. Was genius in my opinion. He did things no other comedic mind had done or still hasn't done really. And then other than him, I'd say Bill Murray is definitely up there. I love Bill Murray. He's my boy.
Yeah.
Boy for life. My middle name's actually William, and I go by Jeffrey Bill. Like that's my you know, thing. But like, that's actually my middle name. It is Bill. So, but I did that because I love Bill Murray so much.
Oh, sweet little homage.
Yes.
That's how you pronounce it, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Homage.
Homage. Homage.
And for you?
Same, and I would add Jack Smith in the mix.
I don't know what that is.
He's not a comedian. He's a performance artist. I want to add, you know, experimental comedy, a comedy with an edge, but inspiring love awareness.
You like Tom Green too, though, right? I love Tom Green too.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Triple ditto.
Tom Green.
Tom Green all the way.
I almost forgot.
Yeah, it's easy.
I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And
I remember Tom Green.
and and Jackass, all those you know, all those
Goofy guys.
guys.
Oh, goofy bunch of guys. There's a lot of goofy guys over there.
You have, we were just watching it before we started recording the podcast, a video that's kind of blown up on the internet. It's gone viral, if you will. Talk to us about that. What happened? Who were the people talking to you, and why do you think it blew up like that?
It blew up because the message of love is probably the most important thing you can do with your artwork. It had, you know, I performed it. I was the character. This is the character I've been playing at Union Square for 9 years, and I've been developing it for 9 years, mastering it, and I always repeat. I always do my work. I burn out, and then I always come. You know, you go through a cycle to get to love. It's like you go all the way, and then it's too much, and then you come back and you get humble and you appreciate. You know what I mean? You get in your head, you get out of your head. You get in your head. It's a process. So and then that video hit me at a peak when I was performing at the park and feeling, you know, the energy, and you know that energy is what people are just naturally attracted to. Addiction is a whole other thing. But we're attracted to energy, and love is energy, and that's, you know, that's not, we don't. That's what makes us keep doing stuff over and over again.
We need to spread that good energy more than the bad energy.
Exactly.
There's enough bad energy always being spread around.
Especially in New York.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is ground zero. If you know, if we can make people happier in New York, you can make people happier anywhere.
Yeah.
And this is the
That's
place.
a good point.
This is a place to do it. It's a media. Not only is there media for the local community, but there's media for international community, which that viral video, you know, it proves it. So my message, if I get out there, my message is, take love, be vulnerable. You'll go through pain, but you'll come back to love, and go far. You'll go far with it, because love is pure. This is why we create. You know, we don't create to originally disturb, but we create to create emotion, and sometimes that emotion does disturb, but we do it out of a love, you know. I know that even performance artists that are anti-artists or they do something that's absurd or weird, like my performance art friends. But and people would watch that and they might see that as, they might just go, I don't know about that. But they don't know, but you know, they're inspired by love too. You know, everybody who does art, and then you know, my performance just happens to be more like, yes, that love that we feel is important, always has been, and it's just gonna repeat on you in life. You know, you're gonna go through another.
Lower the shields.
Yes, lower the shields. That's right.
Absolutely. But yeah, you said the word vulnerable now a few times, and I feel like that's such a underappreciated aspect of growth, not only emotionally, but for us, we're fighters. I mean, I know that I have to kind of give up a little bit to get a little sometimes in training, where like I have to be okay with getting hit or getting submitted this way, so I learn this certain technique. But I think in the aspect of human emotion and growth, if you want to say love, you have to kind of let your guard down. I mean, it's hard to love someone who is afraid to be hurt.
Yes.
It's just like you have to kind of give that up. You have to be okay with that to grow. And I that's a people don't really say that enough. Vulnerability in that aspect of it. And
to have love for yourself too.
Oh, absolutely. You know? Yeah. It's hard to love someone that doesn't love themselves.
Exactly. It's very hard to do that. You know, that way it can keep transferring, because that's we were talking about earlier. It's like the energy. You know, it keeps transferring. If you transfer it, then it will get transferred to the next person, the next person, the next person. You know what I mean?
There's a Haley Joel Osment movie about this, I think. Paid for. I was joking. It's paid for.
Oh, okay.
You get stabbed.
Actually,
it's terrible.
I don't know. Not to change the subject, but Haley Joel Osment has been killing it. Did you see that?
No. What is he doing?
Let's just talk about Haley Joel Osment for a second.
All right, let's do it. I haven't talked about him in a while.
Secondhand Lions, A Sixth Sense.
AI. Is that
AI.
a little robot?
Man, you're really liking this.
No,
What's going on?
I don't know if you saw that show on IFC, but it was like this like kind of like a spoof of like a soap opera type thing, and it had Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah.
Something of Babylon, or
Yeah, I can't remember. I've seen posters for it in commercials.
It's really funny, but he's in it and he plays like this evil character. I don't know. It was just weird seeing him like grown up and then playing this like total opposite character of what he's usually playing.
It's weird seeing those childhood actors grow up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Macaulay Culkin, he played that. He went all the way happy, rags to riches, and then he played the bad child. What was that?
The bad son.
The good son,
yeah,
right?
That
the good
movie
son
was awesome.
And then he played it with Elijah Wood, and then Elijah Wood, he was the evil man in Sin City.
Yeah, Sin City.
Oh yeah.
But he was also a hobbit.
And he went back to good. He was Hobbit, and Hobbit was a character that was more twisted, and he dealt.
It would have been cool if they had like in Sin City had him be the Hobbit instead of but the Hobbit was the evil character.
Mashup.
Yeah, somebody out there in YouTube land, make that happen. One of those channels that does that, do that. Because there's people do those channels, like mashup movies and stuff.
Yeah, Matthew, I saw an interview with you once, and you were talking about what it's like to make people laugh. Like if you see, so someone's like watching a performance, and you see that someone's not laughing, and then you just like kind of like focus in on that person.
Yeah. And
try and make them like, trying to get like, what's that like?
Well, that's my technique called the awkward pause stare. All you have to do is, you just look at somebody in the eyes, and you slowly get closer, and eventually they're gonna giggle because you're prolonging the present moment, and eye contact makes you vulnerable. Things that make you vulnerable also make you laugh too. So that's what you do. You check in with people.
So I should stop doing that on dates.
Exactly. But you have to be sure about it.
I'm pretty sure about everything.
Because you have to be sure about your vulnerability. Because if you stare and you'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. That means you've made you know.
Yeah.
Like when you catch the eye of a stranger on the subway train and you both do the awkward like
the look
try
away.
to look away thing.
I wasn't looking at you.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
You weren't looking at me. No,
I've,
I wasn't looking at you. Don't worry.
I was looking at the map behind
I have
you.
a hard time turning, like before my fights, like I really work on eye contact and looking at one eye and not flinching and being able to stare at someone and make them look away first. So like when I'm fighting, when I get in the cage and I look at them, I'm not going to look away. I'm not going to blink. I'm not going to flinch away. It's dead on. After my fights, I have a hard time turning that off. So I'll be on the train, and if one person makes eye contact with me, I have to stare them down. And I don't realize I'm doing it for like a good solid minute and a half. And it's like, oh, I just made that person break emotionally.
What is this guy?
Why is he flinching?
Why is he staring at me like that?
But seeing them like fiddling with their nose.
Yeah.
He's like, do I have a booger?
But yeah, I definitely noticed it a lot this last time, where it's like I'm on the train and just like, you just scan around, and one person makes eye contact, and you kind of just like, oh, you're the one. I'm gonna look at you now until you look away.
It was meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that time I did that with that girl.
What's that?
That time I did that with a girl.
You just yawned so good.
Yeah, that was the yawn time.
Yeah. And then I farted.
That was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
It was. I've told this story on this podcast before, but it was great. Like I had my headphones on, and she like looked at me.
Yeah.
And, like we kind of looked at each other. It was so cute.
The
And then,
R&B video look.
And
yeah,
then,
yeah, totally. And then
and then you just let one rip.
I just let one rip. Yeah. And it was loud. And she looked at me. She was like.
That would have been awesome if she was like,
yeah.
all about it, like nodded at you, like, yeah. Actually,
Yeah, never saw her again.
that would have been weird.
It's like, oh, you're into that? Oh,
Okay,
it was cute at first.
I gotta get off.
Yeah.
I gotta get off.
Yeah.
This train now.
What kind of videos do you make, or what are you trying to do with your videos?
I make a lot of different types of videos. Like I've been making videos for 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing it in Michigan with a friend of mine.
Where in Michigan? Dearborn?
Lansing? Ypsilanti, Michigan.
I don't know that one. Damn it. I know two towns.
Yeah, Ypsilanti is a
Spelled
is
really
a
cool.
weird little small college town next to Ann Arbor, which is the larger college town. But it's a cool place. But I did videos with a friend of mine. His name's Alex Thomas.
Hi, Alex.
He's a great guy.
I say hi to everyone.
Yeah, it was called the Cactus Pantry. But we just did weird, goofy stuff, just sketches, just kind of a lot of improv stuff. Like we would just improv things and then edit it and things like
Cool.
that. But just an array of different things. But I just like filming video ideas that are comedic and editing and that type of thing. And yeah.
It's
I
kind of
like
reminds
doing
me of, I haven't seen many of your stuff, but Trey Parker and Matt Stone would do when they're in high school. They just make little short.
I love both of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I mean, Matthew makes videos too. He's made some, in my opinion, some brilliant
Mhm.
videos. Not just comedic, but just overall good filmmaking in general.
Hey, don't you're like a video editor. It's like you're.
Yeah, originally a lot of video editing, but that's why I do the performance art on the street, because I don't like looking at the computer and stuff,
Mhm.
So I haven't done a lot of editing recently, and plus I got a grant to perform on the street this year, so I'd rather do what I love, instead of produce something that I love in this world. Rather, who knows if you have a second chance? So, do you know what I mean? So you do what you love.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what we're doing right now. That's why we're on this podcast.
But that aside, everyone should watch Heartpocalypse.
Yeah, you guys,
Watch Heartpocalypse. Go to Matthew Silver's YouTube page, Matthew Silver, and watch Heartpocalypse because it's great.
That's right. It's about the.
Just watch that video. It's a great video. That's my personal favorite.
Good.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's about awakening the inner child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is good. You have practice.
You're a master fart maker.
You have a good like Tom Hanks and Castaway / Bert and Ernie feel to you. I like it.
Yeah, no, a lot of people
Wow,
have.
yeah, I didn't
Wow,
think
that's
about
dead
the
on.
Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't think about the Bert and Ernie. But a lot of people have made the Castaway reference, and
I've heard people say that to you in Union Square before. Like I've been there. Actually heard people.
Oh shit, it's
say that.
Castaway.
it's Castaway.
Yeah, Tom Hanks.
He made it.
Where's Wilson? Oh.
Where is Wilson?
You know,
Is Wilson here right now?
Bert and Ernie were they're from they're Puerto Rican.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Ernie's name is Ernesto.
Oh yeah.
That makes him Puerto Rican?
Well, they live in Brooklyn, and
Okay.
there was like no. There's the whole thing about it because Sesame Street wanted to be.
Ernesto more of a Cuban name? No.
Yeah, but Sesame Street wanted to be multicultural, and they wanted to represent all the cultures that lived in that urban area.
I could kind of tell that.
Bert
But
and
it
Ernie.
seems like the kind of thing you have to look up because no one assumes that.
No one assumes it, but
Well, then what's the point? Like, why didn't they just say Bert and Ernesto
I have no
and
idea.
have an accent?
I have no idea.
It's just like if someone watched me on TV,
Mhm.
no one would be like, "That dude's Colombian."
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Which I am, which is weird.
Oh well, are you watching? Isn't Colombia still in it? The World Cup?
I have no idea.
Ah.
I can't stand soccer.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, like I don't.
let's move on.
I'm not gonna punch a TV that has soccer. I just don't want to watch
No.
guys jogging.
No. Everyone's been watching it at work. That's
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
go crazy about
People
this.
love it. Yeah.
I
Like
love
when
it.
people cheer for like, I'm like, why are you cheering for that country?
Yeah.
I mean, some people, yeah, they're from certain countries and they love it, but other people are like, all right,
Yeah, but most of America's
Uruguay's
like,
in.
"Yeah,
Aren't you
whatever,
from
we don't
Iowa?
care."
Like,
It's real weird. I had a conversation with Eric about this.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say too much about what he said because he's better at explaining it. But it's like, weren't you born here? Like, isn't that kind of weird? Like rooting for another country. You live and you're born here.
Mhm.
Shouldn't you be rooting for the United States?
Yeah.
And my parents, I'm first generation, like from here. Like my parents were born in Colombia. It's like, why should I root for Colombia? Just because my parents are from there? I'm from here. I lived my entire life here.
Yeah.
It's interesting,
Well, I say
unless you really like the colors.
root for who you want to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Freak what you feel.
yeah, it's okay to have like pride from where you're from, things like that too. You know, but like I really like Bill Hicks, and he has this whole thing about how like he didn't choose like where he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has this whole bit about like yeah, I wish I would have been born in France, but my parents fucked in America, so now I guess I'm American.
He's great.
Yeah. Bill Hicks is another one. That's another
There you go.
guy
So we
I
got-
forgot to mention earlier.
So we got
I'm glad
Andy
I thought
Kaufman,
of that.
Tom Green, Bill Hicks, and Bill Murray. All right.
I'm glad I could get Bill Hicks in there. But yeah, lines in the ground, on a map.
Yeah, it's
You know.
kind of weird we're still doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be sure it should really be the World Cup.
Yeah.
It should be just like everyone
Earth
on-
Cup.
Yeah, on the same team.
It brings it back
Was
to
it,
love.
wait,
You know.
one team?
No. Just like
You
playing
just
pickup games.
Pickup games?
Yeah.
Sweet.
There'd just be like
Merch that just says shirts. Other
Yeah.
ones that say skins.
yeah, shirts and skins. That's what it should be.
Shirts and scales.
I just play some pickup games. Like, all right, guys, and then you just figure out who you want to cheer for.
Yeah.
You just cheer for everyone. Just have a
They,
good time.
you know,
Everyone just have a good time.
I feel like even though it's soccer, they should do the baseball songs. You know, I don't know. That's just an idea.
What are the
Like,
baseball songs?
take me out to the ball game.
Ah.
Take me out to the car. But just do that, but with like soccer.
You can still say, I mean, still play with the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can technically still just
is
use
Soccer
the
doesn't
same
have many
lyrics.
songs. It's just
Yeah.
the ole ole thing.
Yeah, they need their own. They should just take the baseball songs. Is my
There you go, soccer.
idea.
Listen up, FIFA.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of our listeners work for FIFA.
I know 3 of them that do. Nah, I'm
What?
just kidding. I just made that up. Meanwhile, the guy that actually does work for FIFA is like, I do.
I really do. I really do. What if he sounded like that? I really do.
I mean, who knows? He could be
Might be.
from the South. I
He
guess.
could be Don Knotts. Sorry, that's my
No,
Don.
that was really good. Don
Whoa,
Knotts. Yeah, yeah.
Andy, whoa. Can you do a Don Knotts? Come on. Let's whoa, Andy.
No. Can't do it.
Whoa. Sorry, I'll stop doing Don Knotts now.
Do you have a hard time separating your street performance character from who you are, or is it?
Yeah, it gets confusing, but
Like you're yelling
sometimes
right now.
I mean, right now I seem pretty sane, right?
Yeah.
So,
Other than the fact that you're shirtless with your pants down and you're in your bedroom.
well, that was to add the edge. That was
Yeah.
the technique, like we were talking about, and
Yeah, we just wanted to add a little performance art like thing to
Awkwardness?
this.
Cool.
Yeah.
awkwardness. That's it. That's a
The people can feel
ladies-
that we're in our boxers. They feel it.
There's some women like,
our
I don't want to listen to this.
voices. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know why I don't want to listen to this right now.
She's buttoned her blouse extra. Like, oh, this is awkward.
I'm feeling awkward here.
But I mean, do you find yourself in social settings where you just start wanting to yell and take your shirt off, or is it
yes,
okay?
I mean that's why I do what I do. So, I mean you don't have to do it the way I do. Routine helps. That's it's part of a practice. So, you do it once a week or however you want to do it. All your things are helpful. Meditation, yoga.
There's something very liberating about being in your underwear in front of a huge crowd of people. Like I have, like, Matthew's always doing it. I've performed a few times with him in the square, and whenever I have done it with him, it's always such.
We're in Bushwick. I'm sorry.
Oh, you picked up the music.
Hey guys. No,
All
but
right, I have to go.
yeah.
Sorry,
see you later, guys.
continue.
Sorry. But no, it's a crazy feeling. It's an awesome feeling. Like, I feel like, it's funny, like, I don't think we think about this anymore, but, like, clothes, like, are such a thing, you know what I mean? They add such a thing to people's identity and how we look at people, and, like, people are constantly judging each other off, like, material things and, like, what they have and, like, brands and all these things, And when you're in the square, like, in your underwear and you're in front of people and you're just like, here I am, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah, but it's
something. I don't know.
Liberating.
It's liberating.
yeah, but it's not. I mean, it's not. It's not just about the underwear. It's about.
it's not
about
about
interacting
that, yeah.
with.
It's about interaction. It gets people to, like, people see you and they're like, oh, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
It kind of seems the idea that if I'm wrong, please correct me, Matthew, that if you've made yourself so vulnerable and you can have a conversation with someone and they see that vulnerability and they say, okay, you're not trying to hide anything or you're not trying to push anything, I can be a little more open with my ideas. And maybe the conversation might be a little more open and more quicker to get to the root of things instead of having to kind of power through the facade and ego.
Right.
Is that something you're trying to do? Is that something conscious? Am I completely wrong, or what do you think?
Yes.
All right, cool.
What you said.
100 points for Diego.
The 100 points. Right. Good job.
Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner.
I guess I wouldn't just. No, what you said was perfect.
Oh, cool.
No, really.
Good.
It's an act of acting silly. That's what it is. It's an act of acting silly in front of a lot of people, and it's, I'm a performer, so yes, I want to attract attention, but if I get the attention, it's gonna come back to love, because it just is. It's an important message that should be repeated in everybody's life. And you should be wakened up by it over and over and over and over and over again.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, what's up?
What's your definition of a wackadoodle?
What's
a wackadoodle?
A silly adult.
Boom.
So in the connecting with your inner child again?
Yes, it's connecting with your inner
out.
child. Silly adult.
Wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle.
Wackadoodle. Wackadoodle. Wackadoodle.
It seems like the kind of thing that people in New York, I don't know why specifically here, but are in such a rush to get away from is their inner child, to seem like this important grown-up that's busy with their meetings and their computers and then
I've got it all together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like that.
I have it all together, guys.
Yeah, it's constantly people running around pretending that they have everything together.
Yeah.
They're so scared that they don't.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, no one really knows what the fuck's going on. and then they're like, they've got to find something to grab onto, like something like, oh, this is going to make me feel normal. This is going to make me feel normal. This is supposed to be normal, so I'll put this tie on. I'll put this suit on, and I'll run it all, go down to the Wall Street and shuffle these numbers around. I'll be normal.
Run the numbers.
Yeah, and then I'll take a vacation because I deserve one.
Yeah, exactly. Vacation's big.
Yeah, it's crazy that people get so tightly wound up. They're so tightly wound up, and they kind of forget what it means to be connected to your inner child. Because at the end of the day, we're all just children.
Yeah.
We don't really change that much, but it gets so bad that we have places where people go. We have bars, and they serve you drinks because people are so tightly wound up and they can't let go for just like a few minutes from like all this stuff that's going around that they have to drink. They have to drink like rotten oats and barley. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, but it's crazy. It's crazy that there are places profiting off of selling people this stuff. That they have to go there. That's the only way they can unwind.
Yeah.
If a lot of these people, if they like these Wall Street dudes, if they go straight home from work, they'll probably break something or destroy themselves. So they have to
have a brain
they have to take a stop by the bar, do a couple shots, have some beers or whatever, just to unwind, just to like feel normal.
Yeah.
It's crazy that
Yeah, because people put so many expectations on each other. We don't let we put up so many expectations that they're building barriers between us, right? You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
They're building these barriers that are getting us. They're not letting us communicate as well.
All the hand signals mean put the mic closer to your face.
Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's the problem. And I feel like when I first saw Matthew, actually, when I first saw him perform, I was just like taken back, just like, oh man, this like what this guy's saying is so right on. And I think that's what the Love Portal and all, in my opinion, that's what it's all about. It's about taking down those shields, those barriers that people and society especially has done such a good job in building. And it's constantly like, it's not like we're being told not to do that a lot. It's pretty much, anything we see on TV and anything we hear, anything we read is it's in one way or another, in my opinion, pushing that.
Absolutely.
Pushing a separation between people and pushing to, think that you have to, because in my opinion, like we're all kind of the same, and like I believe we're all one, we're all one. We're all one.
Mm-hmm.
We are we, you know what I mean? And we're constantly looking at it on the individual basis, which I feel like love and like that's what conquers that. It conquers the individual basis. Love unites, and that's just what I get from what Matthew has been doing, and that's why. I don't know.
No, that's exactly it. Love unites.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's the title for today's podcast.
Exactly the title.
Yeah.
Love unites.
I think you can wrap a good point because the thing that holds back a lot of people with putting down those barriers is insecurity, and unfortunately watching too much TV, all that stuff kind of gets pushed by advertisers that your teeth aren't wide enough, your hair's not cool enough, your clothes aren't nice enough, no one's gonna fuck you.
Yeah.
All that stuff kind of adds up.
That is amazing.
It's
the
kind
last
of
one's a real big one.
Recently, like commercials and stuff, they're very they're aware, so they make it seem like it's not about the product.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best kind of advertisement there is, because then it's not about the product. It's not about buying, and they're gonna
But yet it is about that.
but it
They're
is
selling you the idea,
it is about that
image.
because it is a paradox, but I guess at the end of the day, it's your perspective that counts, because you could see a Nike ad and it says just do it. Now you could see just do it as negative, like, oh, it's a Nike ad. Or you could see just do it and let that inspire you every time you see that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like Con Edison, if you ever look at the trucks, there's a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm. So
for me, every time I do something really funny, I look like I see a truck like that, and that makes me happy. But not because of Con Edison, but because
the image.
it's a cosmic. To me, it's a cosmic symbol. I guess it always is. It's you're either gonna see the hell of the world, or you're gonna see the light of the world. But you must. I feel like everybody must remember that light is infinite. So, even if you decide to see the hell, light will still. It's gonna be around.
And that's kind of the problem with people that have a negative outlook, is that no matter what you put in front of them, they're gonna filter it negatively first.
Right.
And so you could be the prettiest flower, they're gonna see that's gonna wilt one day. That's gonna die.
Yeah.
Not that that's beautiful now. And that's kind of that's the root problem, is their own attitude towards the outside world and themselves. So yeah, it's a good point. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's just the perspective, the frequency at which you're living at will determine whether or not how much you love others and love yourself.
Yeah, because that will transfer like energy, like we were.
I feel like
talking
Dr.
about
Phil
earlier.
today. I'm killing it.
You're hitting it.
High five. You need to work on yourself.
Your cheese is falling off of your cracker.
But yeah, I think. I mean, that's funny, but I think that there's truth. Like, we are all Dr. Phil, or all Eckhart Tolle, or all Oprah Winfrey, or we. If you get like traction for whatever form of entertainment or art you're doing, you have a responsibility of what people are, of that flow. So I mean, that's also the tip of my art too, is like, use your style of love. I mean, I know I sound repetitive, but anything is possible. Sorry, you are Dr. Phil. Thank you, Dr.
No
Phil.
problem.
Thanks, Dr. Phil.
I mean,
Thanks,
I
Dr.
as
Phil.
well don't have a
Thanks,
PhD. and
Dr.
I'm kind of a
Phil,
doctor.
thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Dr.
no.
Phil.
I think he has an English degree. I think that's what he's a doctor in.
Yeah, it's not even
English.
like he's not even a PhD though. He's just like he's got like a bachelor's.
He's not even a real doctor.
No, he's not like a medical doctor or a psychiatrist or anything.
Nothing.
Thank you a lot, Oprah.
Yeah, he's just friends with Oprah.
What a fraud.
He just got Oprah real drunk one night. He's like, I want to make a TV show.
I like Oprah, but she's brought us some two shitty assholes with Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
I just saw. Did you see the thing on John Oliver's show on Dr. Oz?
No.
John Oliver has like a really, really good show
Yeah, I've seen
on
some
HBO.
clips. I've seen some stuff from it, and it is really good. Yeah.
I was really hoping it wouldn't be like this Daily Show redone just through HBO with cursing or something, but it's really cool because they take a lot fewer stories and just expand on it. Like, he had a 16-minute rant on Dr. Oz and how irresponsible he's being by pushing all these magic diet pills and like getting paid for it and not really backing his statistics with facts. And it's like, we shouldn't have a show like this. They've been doing like 400 something crazy episodes every day about like health. Like, it's impossible to have actual good information that consistently. So he's like having to make up shit and like, I don't know, this is terrible. But the show itself, last week today, I think it's called something like that.
Yeah, last week tonight.
Last week tonight,
Yeah,
so good. I really can't recommend it enough.
Yeah, I saw like one episode. I need to watch a little bit more of it. It was about like the net
neutrality thing. Jeez, that's frustrating.
That was really good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You've been doing this stuff for 9 years now, you said?
On and off 9 years, because I was doing video editing and trying to maintain some stability. So it's this year. I got really lucky. I got a grant. So I've just been outside all the time. And
who is the grant from? And what is the grant specifically for? Like, what was it called? Like, if you can talk about it. I don't know.
If you're a performance artist out there, I recommend it. I only had to write a page to them and send them a video. It was really good. It was the video that you saw.
Okay.
The good thing is, because I've been doing it for so long, I didn't even have to make that documentary. I just used, somebody's work that they loved about my work. So they just saw that video and they gave me the grant to perform on the street and
It's a grant, kid.
it's a grant.
One grant for ya.
I just spilled a bunch of water.
I just spilled water.
Oh, right. It's all over some paper, but that's okay.
Some documents.
The good thing about the documents, they'll dry up.
Yeah,
and
the documents will dry.
It just makes them look vintage.
Exactly.
You could sell them for more.
That's the art of life. Vintage. And we could sell them. I bet it's a storyboard. It's definitely a storyboard for some...
Wait, so going back to explain the grant part. So there's grants.
Okay, sorry. It's called Franklin Furnace, and it's Make Avant-Garde Safe for the World. It's an independent organization, and it's for art that's considered strange. Mm-hmm. You know, my art is, I really want to make people laugh, but people consider what I do strange. I've been misunderstood, but I don't care. I just keep. Don't care. Keep doing it,
I'm just a phone whose attention don't get back.
So, earlier you mentioned your street performance artist friends, and I got this really good visualization of like Ocean's 11 when they all walk in and kind of explain they're like, hey, I'm so-and-so and I do demolition, or I'm such and such and I can break doors.
I'm the weapons expert.
I really like the idea that you guys all hang out at a bar quietly and like out of character, but someone's holding a box of hats, or like someone has a bunch of weird shoes. What are your performance friends like? Like, do you guys hang out? Like,
come to Circus of Dreams.
Oh, Circus of Dreams. You can meet some of the performance artists this Wednesday at Bazaar, 12 Jefferson Street, 10 p.m. Bazaar Bar. Me and Jeffrey are gonna do a performance.
We're co-hosting.
We're co-hosting.
Or I'm co-hosting.
What time? Around 9:30 p.m.
Perfect.
No, well, the show doors open at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good acts always. It's a show that you'll never forget, really. You should just come and check it out.
That sounds terrifying and exciting at the same time.
Yes.
Someone could hold a gun to my head and I won't forget that.
Come to the show.
Come to the show. Come to the show.
How long do you usually perform for?
Tonight's solo at Sunday, 10 p.m. Goodbye Blue Mondays, 1087 Broadway.
This is definitely not going to be out by tonight, by the way.
It's fine.
Okay. So then, all right, then come to the Wednesday show.
Yeah,
Wednesday show, 9 p.m.
It's
Bazaar,
the first Wednesday of every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
easy way to remember.
Tonight's show, I'll gonna do it for 45 minutes.
Okay. When I've seen you out in Union Square. You in a bikini sometimes. I feel like I've seen you.
Yeah, I'm that guy in the Speedo.
Perfect. Just making sure. I feel like I walked out of the train. I'm like, oh, there's that guy again. And then I got something to eat and hung out for a while, and then came back, and you're still going at it. And it's been like over an hour.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've done this?
Currently I've realized because of doing this years, I tried 7 hours straight.
Whoa.
And it ended up not being healthy for my voice and my legs. So I can easily do 4 hours. So 4 hours is good enough, and I try to do it, and I'm motivated to do it 3 to 5 times a week.
That's a hefty amount.
Yeah. Well, you got to treat it like it's also my job, you know?
Yeah.
The times I've done it with him, I have not been I've come later after he's already been doing it, and I've done it like 2 hours, I think was the longest I did it with him, and after 2 hours, I was like wrecked.
Oh, I can imagine.
And so it gave me a whole newfound respect after I found out from experience, like actually how much it takes out of you.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a different kind of cardio.
It's insane. Like I didn't think just moving around, like kind of being goofy for like hours on end would really be a workout. But
you should do a workout video. Let's make a workout video. It'll be hilarious.
The title of the workout video would be 3 to 5 times a week.
I think Bowflex has that, but okay.
No, yeah, I stole it from Bowflex.
Oh, good.
You know, they always say great art. You know, you steal great art.
Yeah,
and then put your own spin on it.
I can't remember. Picasso had a really cool quote. He said, "Good artists borrow, great artists steal."
Yeah,
that's what I do.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
It's such a good quote,
and it's true.
It totally is.
It's really true. I'm a musician and a songwriter too.
Oh, cool. Look at you, talented motherfucker.
Yeah, jeffreyfreer.bandcamp.com. Plug. All right. But
I really hope someone goes on the website and it's just crying babies. Just hours of that.
No, but like I love that quote because, especially in music, that's very true because I feel, that's what most musicians are doing and songwriters are doing. And
probably made millions off
but
of it.
and making millions, but that's my favorite music, and that's what I try to do. I just try to steal the songwriters I love, and to be honest, it's the same way with comedy. I try to steal from who I truly respect and admire, and I'll take ideas and then but
well, that's a really good
since
distinction
you're
to
doing
make.
them. It becomes your thing at the same time. You can be influenced, you know what I mean? And too many people, I feel like, are afraid to do that. Everyone wants to be just original. Everyone wants to be so original, but I don't know. Everything's been done by now,
I think
well, life is a paradox. Everything has been done, but it has not been done
yeah,
at the same.
exactly. Because it's different when you do it. That's the difference.
Right.
it's all being channeled through your experiences in your life. But
Yeah.
I think, especially for I'm not much of a musician or musically inclined person, but I do love stand-up my whole life. And I think a good distinction to make is to steal maybe a cadence or a point of view, but stealing the joke itself becomes a whole different.
In stand-up, it's a little different.
Exactly.
Yeah. Stealing a joke is stealing a joke. That's kind of different.
What, bro? Everyone does it.
Well, actually, Dennis Leary, he pretty much stole his whole bit from Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
Like, there's some shticks he did that are word from word plagiarized from him. And then, there's a lot of stand-up comics who get away with that.
Well, the great thing,
and then there's a lot who get caught and then don't get away.
You show the average American a picture of Dennis Leary and a picture of Bill Hicks.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, oh, it's Dennis Leary. Who the fuck is that guy?
And that's sad to me. That's so sad to me.
But that's kind of cool in a way, because if we're all stealing, if artists, we're all stealing from each other. It's you had a piece of clay and you're molding it. Cool. I'm going to take that clay. I'm going to mold it through my own experiences and my own thoughts. And we just keep helping this art evolve. And we're all pushing it forward.
It's like telephone.
Yeah.
It's a great way of putting it. It is like
telephone. I love that game.
Telephone
And
podcast.
what's weird is it's the other side of the world. Like that's it. That's how the world should be. It's like we're all playing this giant game, and we are. And then there's that part of the brain that's blocking the telephone game. It's like, like they make, suit the ideas. It's a lot, it's
the fear thoughts.
The fear thoughts. Like, no, well, I'm talking about like you take these ideas, you sign them in a paper, and, all of a sudden these ideas, that's the fear for it. It's like, people will get angry at people because they feel like you get away with it or you don't get away with it.
Yeah.
But that's how we're seeing that side. We're seeing that side of the telephone, not the side of people like trying to privatize everything. And it, to me, that's what stops creativity. It's like ownership. I own this.
Yeah.
Then
There's so many people trying to stop the flow.
Right.
All the time.
Nobody owns. I mean, nobody at the beginning of it. Nobody owns anything.
Yeah.
Really, we don't even own our house.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that scene in the very popular movie Donnie Darko, when that bitch teacher, who's always a bitch teacher in all her movies, was talking about how love and fear, on opposite ends of the spectrum, everything else comes in the middle, and how the character Donnie Darko was saying how that it can't be that black and white. And it's like, I've been thinking about that for a while, and it kind of can be that black and white in certain aspects where either you love something and you move towards it with that passion and integrity for that movement, that's what's fueling you, or it's either pushing you back because of fear.
Right.
And it might not be so clear in your head. It might be a subconscious fear. It might be a fear of failure, a fear of judgment or resent. But it kind of what you're doing reminds me of the same ideas, of that kind of theory of it, where it's this or that. It's up to you how you want to focus on your life. Yeah.
Well, when you go fearful, or when you get paranoid, or when you get vulnerable, and we've all been there, when you get overwhelmed, or when you get too in your head, you don't want to stay there. Nobody wants to stay there. So it's a natural element to always go back to love. The people that do stay there, you can go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You can go crazy with too much fear in your head or your mind.
You're not gonna leave your room.
Yeah,
exactly.
Some
people get
build up.
agoraphobia. So so I mean, fear is relevant to be aware of.
Oh, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
But not to be controlled by.
No. And it's
Eliminate the fear.
Eliminate.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Eliminate it.
I think to be completely devoid of fear is also kind of a dangerous thing.
Yeah,
you need it can't be 100% either way. You need some of it to keep you in line with not jumping off buildings because you love moving fast.
Right.
Well, I believe in like moderation is a good thing to have. Like, it's never, you never want, I feel like too many. A message we're always doing is like to have polar, like you either be
absolutely.
way on something or way to the extreme of one way extreme this way extreme that way. But nobody's ever saying like, hey, you don't have to be all the way over there, or you don't have to be all the way over there. You can just be right here with me, having a good time here in the middle of things. Like yin and yang, moderation, that type of thing.
I think this is hard to sell that.
Yeah, you're exactly
a
right.
Product is well, you can kind of use this. It's kind of cool to have.
But that's what life is like it's a balance of those things. If you have too much of one of the thing, then something's going to happen. If you have too much of another end of the thing, then it's about trying to achieve that balance.
Balance.
Yeah,
my favorite word.
Yep, love that word.
Balance.
But yeah, it's like
actually no, gargantuan is my favorite word. But balance for what it means.
Gargantuan balance.
So much balance.
So much balance.
Try and push me.
yeah, you're absolutely right. Like
Thank you.
You can't.
It's 4 times today. I'm
Count
keeping
'em.
track.
Yeah, you can't sell. I mean, this country is based on selling products. That's what this country is built on, and you can't sell products when without telling people to be without creating teams. Like this whole country is all about creating teams. Like you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're a conservative, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim. It's like you got to you can create these pockets, these teams, they're like, oh, we can create a commercial for the Democrats. We'll have. Then they'll buy our soda.
We can go to this demographic.
Yeah, and then we'll create another commercial for this demographic, and then they'll buy our soda. And at the end of the day, they're all buying our sodas.
Well, it almost comes back to the root of fear or love, because if there's teams, there's the idea of loss. And it's like, oh, I don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose.
Yeah.
So they have to either purchase or take on ideas in that manner that kind of makes it obvious to which side of the line you're on.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Purchase.
Let's go to Walmart, guys. Let's fucking
Walmart. It's a whole other podcast.
Right. I mean, for the people, let's say, who might see what you're doing and walk by and not really take time to listen or take time to invest the idea of what you're trying to accomplish, how do you get to those people? Or is it the kind of thing like they're not ready for it yet?
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, they're not ready for it. I'm keeping it simple. I am putting my eyes out there, and I would go to someone, and then if I see a certain look in their face, I know that they're not ready. There's fear. So, and not everybody's going to be ready for me, or not everybody's going to be ready for your own art or whatever it is. So you try it at another person. That's it. My art is also trial and error. I mean, I'm out there just getting experience, giving whoever's going to give me the attention. That's where I'm going to give the most love, because that's where the most love is going to be produced. Part of performance is also having the audience that's there to be aware of the show. But part of it is also having that audience that's difficult too. It's about experience. So I get all shades of the spectrum outside in the park, But I've also received that inside venues and stuff. So, you know, it's a process.
It's a lot of fun when people interact. The times I've been involved with it, it's just, like the times I did it with Matthew, like that was my favorite part was like the interaction with people. Like, 'cause it didn't even matter that like we're both complete strangers to each other. Like, you know, when you to repeat this word even more, when you're vulnerable and you let your guard down and you let those things just vanish, then you're almost looking in a mirror. And yeah, it was great. People would like come up and like just like want to either just, you know, be a wackadoodle and improv along with you, or some people would, you know, come up to Matthew, ask him for a hug or like things like that. And it's just like, that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
And another great feeling is how much when kids see it, like kids are just drawn in and love it.
Of course, yeah, absolutely.
I mean? That's another awesome thing. You know, like Matthew said before, like we need to like teach kids that they can do these things and be creative and not, you know, not be afraid to really do what they want to do.
Oh, totally.
To really believe in themselves and not be afraid to do that.
We need more homeschooling then, because I went through the public school system. One thing that the public school system is good for is just smashing out creativity.
Yeah, they smash streams in public school, man.
Yeah, they're great at it.
Yeah.
It's almost like a business. Wait a minute.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Hey, guys.
Put on your tinfoil hats. So let's go over. When can they come see you guys? Or
This Wednesday, 10 p.m. at Bazaar, 12th Jefferson Street.
Bushwick.
Circus of Dreams. Me and Jeffrey Bill will be co-hosting Circus of Dreams. Circus of
I can hear people buying tickets immediately.
Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Oh, we get the tickets. Oh, we get the tickets. We got the tickets. We got the. You want a ticket? You want a ticket? You want?
Before you guys got here, we were talking about how you should end everything in what was it? Kissy poo?
Kissy poo.
Kissy poo.
It's a new technique.
Everything, like buying pizza.
End everything in a kissy poo.
Wait. Go ahead.
$2.50 for the slice.
$2.50?
Yeah. No, thank you. Oh, did you change?
No, I need a kissy poo.
Kissy poo.
Thank you, sir. Please leave.
Thank you, sir. Please stop.
Here comes Mace.
That's you being vulnerable. That's true. That's love.
As a character, I'm playing.
Here's your hot and ready. Please leave.
Hot and ready. Yeah. So where can people see you?
You guys Instagram or Facebook,
Instagram,
Twitter? What do you guys do?
You
seem like
you tell. Yeah, go ahead. Tell your
YouTube video.
YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is YouTube, and you can just go /JeffreyBill1, and that's it.
People taken?
Jeffrey Bill was taken.
God damn it! I feel like someone just like taking every name.
And I started
combo.
that like 5 years ago, like
before the internet.
Before YouTube was even, you know, when
Before
YouTube
you.
would. Before the internet, I started before Al Gore thought of the
Al
internet.
Gore hanging out. All right. And what's yours?
Yes. Just Google my name, Matthew Silver. It's the first website. It'll be man in white dress.
Matthew Silver DDS, Matthew Silver Podiatry. There's like maybe a few of
No.
those.
No.
Very doctor name.
But that's funny. You know, that's funny, right? You'd think that there would be all those doctors, but there's only wackadoodle performance artists.
Awesome.
I mean, I guess I am a doctor. You know, I'm
Doctor of Love.
doctor of wackadoodle performance art and love.
Please make business cards that say that.
Yes, I'm gonna. You know,
Vistaprint, bro. $10. $10.
Print.
just a print and.
This whole thing was a Vistaprint commercial. Actually, I'm sorry.
I thought we were here to
You
promote
totally
love.
sold out. You sold out.
Wait. We still gotta love him. We still gotta love him.
We still gotta love you. We still gotta love ya.
We still gotta love
We
ya.
love ya.
Kissy poo.
Kissy poo.
Thank you. All right, Cornella. You want to do the outro?
So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in.
This is a fun one.
This is a fun one. So once again, go to walkingaloneyc.com, click the banner ad on it, pick yourself up some goodies from there, and they give us a couple bucks. It's good times.
And real quick, we're working on a special project. If you follow my Instagram, you might have seen a few pictures. We're going to be doing an event towards the end of summer. We don't have an exact date yet, but just clear out your whole summer. Don't plan anything.
Yeah, don't pencil anything.
We're going to be doing something really big. So look forward to that.
All right. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Bye.
Wu-Tang forever. Thank you, guys.